sa hapon ito. Please turn the Bibles to Ephesians chapter 5. Aklat po ng Efeso, kapitulo 5. Ating pong pinag-uusapan is living in light or living in the light. And the text this afternoon is found in Ephesians chapter 5, verses 8 to 14. Ephesians chapter 5, verses 8 to 14. But before we read this, tingnan the testimonies ni Rhea. Gusto naman ang bibiling po. Alam niyo po, speaking of service, service is a very commendable thing. Sabi sa anong verse na sabi we should serve? 1 Corinthians 15:8, di ba? Be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the word of the Lord. So service is a commendable thing. Ano pa? Ang verse alam mo? Present your bodies, giving sacrifice, wala namang service na hindi involve ang katawan. No? So, talaga ang service of lips, service of our bodies. Maganda po yan. No? But, ano yun yan? Tingin mo kasi ba? Alam niyo po yung service is always associated with worship. You will always find worship together with the word service. But did you know that worship and service can also be rendered to idols? That can also be done to idols or to the devil. But every time these two words are being addressed to the devil or to the idols, magkabaliktad. Baliktad yan. Anong mauuna? Serve and worship. But if worship and service is being attributed to the true God, iba naman ang arrangement yan. Alin ang mauuna? Worship will always come first before. So, maganda po na notice niyan. Meron ano yan, yung mga distinction. Depende kung kanino nire-render. If it is service or worship rendered to the devil or to the idols, nauna yung service before worship. But if it is being addressed, worship and service being addressed to the true God, service must be preceded by worship. There was a time when that seems to be what's happening, in the case of Martha. I do not know if it's during a worship service, but the disciples were there listening. But instead of listening and worship through the listening of the Word of God, ano ginawa ni Martha? She was busy serving, praying for anything. And napunod niya, parang siya lang napapagod. Ano ang ginawa niya? Nagsumbong siya sa Panginoon. Ayun, ba't yun na? Sinasabihin ko kapatid ko, nayayain ako mag-isa rito. Alam niyo po ba na siya pa yung review ng Panginoon? Mas maganda ang ginagawa ng Panginoon. Maganda yung service, but when we will be choosing between the two, although pareho importante, dapat we give priority to worship. Because if we are not very careful, it can happen that we serve but our hearts are not worshiping. Hindi mangyari yun. Hindi mangyari yun. Pag-ingatan natin yan. Kung pwede na you are very much interested in the service with no interest at all to the one to whom you are rendering the service. Hindi mangyari yan. Ang mga kulto, napakasipag niya, di ba? Mga cults. Hindi mo sasabihin na hindi service, nagpapakamatay yung mga yan. Magugulat ka sa Lumang patawag doon, yung mga kalop-alop-alop na bahagi ng China. Dahil hindi na maabot ng gobyerno. Hindi na maabot ng gobyerno. Nasa border na ng China, Nepal, Tibet, mga Maoist na nakatira dyan eh. Mga tribo-tribo na yan. Yung mga assembly of God yan. Yung mga Pentecostal yan. Naaabot ng radio ministry nila yan. Naaabot ng preaching nila yan. Hindi mo matatawaran ng service yan. Pero mga kapatid, who are they worshiping? They are not worshiping God. Ano? So na-record ko lang yan, when it was mentioned kanina. Maganda po yung magsaserve tayo. Yan ang natural reaction ng isang naligtas. To serve is a natural response ng isang nasave. At the same time, kailangan ng service natin must be fed and motivated by our worship for God. Kailangan ang nagpa-fire dyan yung ating pagsamba sa Diyos. Ang nagmo-motivate sa ating serbisyo ay yung pagmamahal natin sa Panginoon. Because kahit yung pag-attend natin, makakawala ang Panginoon sa pag-attend natin, we just go with the motion. Ha? Ano yung ibig sabihin? Every Sunday, you come here, you just go with the motion, but without any emotion. You just go with the motion, pero wala na emotion natin sa Panginoon. Hindi na tayo nag-aalab sa ating pagmamahal. Kahit sa pag-awit natin, parang ayaw natin awitan ng Panginoon. No? Sabi ni Brother Charles, ang tinaawit natin, joint serving, pero parang walang joy. So, maawit tayo ng joy, kailangan ma-reflect po sa atin yung Panginoon. May joy tayo. So, alayan natin ang Panginoon ng ating pagsamba, ng ating paglilingkod, ng ating pagmamahal. Pagkata po naglilingkod, ang ating paglilingkod, ang nagmamotivate ay yung ating pagmamahal sa Diyos. Mahal natin siya sa ating puso. Nais natin siyang alayan ng awitin. Nais natin siyang sampahin. Nais natin siyang i-meditate. Gusto natin ma-occupy ang ating isip ng mga pagbubulay-bulay tungkol sa Kanya. Yan ang pagsamba, no? And our deeper knowledge, clearer understanding of God, that is what will enhance our worship. If we have a deeper and clearer understanding of God, kaya nga sabi ng Panginoon mismo, di ba? They that worship must worship in what? In spirit and in truth. Because truth, or a deeper and clearer knowledge or understanding of God, yan ang magpapatingkad, yan ang magpapalalim. At yan ang mag-enhance ang ating worship sa Panginoon. So, it's all about truth again. Hindi mo pwedeng mag-worship apart from the truth. And if you are absorbed with the truth, yung service mo, that will come naturally. Hindi ka maaawa, hindi ka mabibigyan na paglikuran ng Diyos. Dahil nasa puso mo, bumubukal ang paghanga, ang pagsamba sa Diyos, and service will come as a natural reaction, response. Isang tao na tunay na. Okay? So Ephesians chapter 5, 8 to 14. Ephesians 5, 8 to 14, living in the light. Again, let me just mention, the word light mentioned here is used figuratively, and it can have two aspects. Light in the sense of, or the aspect of intellect, or the intellectual aspect of the word light, and in its moral aspect. In its intellectual aspect, when it is said you are in the light, or you have the light, it means you have the truth. Similarly, the opposite of light is darkness. Ang kabaliktaran po ng light is darkness, di ba? At pero mas malala dyan. Pero mas malala. Not only that you are in darkness, or you are of darkness, ang mas malala dyan, yung sabihin ng Bible na, for sometimes ye were darkness. Hindi lang nung you are in, or you are of. Sinabi ko ni Paul, sometimes, or in the past, formerly, we were darkness. It means we are not simply victims of darkness, we are not simply victims of Satan, but we are willing contributors and partakers of that darkness. Yan ho ang dati nating buhay. And Apostle Paul was just simply making a contrast here in order for us to get the obvious. Ang obvious dito, pinanggalingan na yan, dapat nandito ka na, mamuhay ka na ng kagaya ng isang naligtas at nasa liwanag. Yan ang obvious dyan. Bigyan na natin ng contrast Hindi lang you were in darkness or you are of darkness. You were darkness, but now you are in the light. Bakit? At nakuha na natin yung liwanag, intellectual knowledge about the Lord. Pero yung mga unbelievers, intellectually they were blinded. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Whom the God of this world had blinded the eyes of them that believe not. Ano yan? That is intellectually. Mali ang kanilang mali ang kanilang pinaniwalaan. Ano? Ang kanilang isipan, kung hindi falsehood na nandyan, ignorance. Kung hindi ignorance, falsehood. Wala silang intellectual light. What they have is darkness. And the other aspect of darkness is not only intellectual. When it means intellectual darkness, it refers to ignorance or falsehood. And morally, if you are in darkness, it means your deeds are evil. Ganun din po yan, dalawang aspect rin. Okay? Kung sinasabi niya Apostle Paul, you are in the light. Verse 8. For ye were sometimes darkness. Hindi yung sinasabi niya. For ye were in darkness. For ye were of darkness. But ye were sometimes darkness. And I want everyone of us also to notice the verb used. It is in the past tense because there are two realities being forced on us here. Anong dalawang katotohanan na yan, no? First, the first reality is that we are now tayo po'y nasa isang experience na dati pa. A past experience that no longer exists. Past tense na yan It is an experience of the past that presently is non-existent for a child of God. That is a former thing of the past. Nakaraan na yan. Ano ang ibig sabihin yan? And the other truth being forced upon us here, dito sa ditang where, na walang modifier na in or walang modifier na of, is the fact that the totality of our being is characterized by sin. We are not just victims of sin or victims by Satan, but the entirety of our lives is really characterized by sin. We are willing participants in the whole scheme. Okay? So let's continue. Verse 18, for you were sometimes darkness or formerly darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. Walk as children of light. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever that make manifest is light. Wherefore he saith, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee light. The scripture, the figurative use of light was in two aspects. So, ang gist, o yung pinupunto ni Apostle Paul dito, dahil sinasabi niya, be ye followers of God, or be ye imitators of God. The first thing that you need to follow on God is His love, which Paul showed us in the first few verses, both in its genuine and counterfeit form, the genuine love of God, which is forgiving, unconditional, and sacrificial. At kinontrasya ni Apostle Paul sa counterfeit love being peddled by Satan, which is self-serving, exploit lamang. Ano? At sabi ni Apostle Paul, ang gagayahin natin ay yung pagmamahal ng Panginoon. And the second thing that Apostle Paul would want us to follow as far as our relationship with God is to walk in His light, to walk with Him in the light. And how do we do that? Paano tayo lalakad sa liwanag? And again, itong light na tinutukoy dito is, intellectually speaking, it means the truth, and morally speaking, it means holiness. So to walk in the light means to walk in truth and to walk in holiness. So it could be ng living in the light or walking in the light. So ang mensahe po ni Apostle Paul dito is, para mangyari po yan, first we need to share in that light and we need to reflect that light. Sabi niya, let your light so shine. And we can say with John the Baptist, we are not that light. But what we have is the refracted, is that right? Or hindi reflect lamang. Yung tumatalbog na liwanag. We are not the source of light. The Lord Jesus Christ is the light of this world. Kaya sabi niya dyan, He is not that light, but He came to bear witness of the light. At ganun din po ating sasabihin sa ating sarili, na ang tunay na liwanag ay ang Panginoon, at tayo po ang magre-reflect ng liwanag na yan. Una sa lahat, we need to have that light. We have to be shared with that light. Mapasa atin yung liwanag na yan, both intellectually and morally, and then we need to reflect that light. Let your light so shine that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. Alam niyo po sa Bible, merong ilang verses that we can use as cross-reference. 2 Corinthians 4:4. Palagay nyo, anong klaseng darkness ito? Is it intellectual or moral? 2 Corinthians 4:4. In whom the God of this world hath blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light, anong klaseng light dito? The glorious gospel of Christ, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Ang nasa kanila is darkness. Was it moral or intellectual darkness? More on the intellectual darkness. Pareho din yan ng Romans 1:21, because that when they knew God, intellectually, they glorified Him not as God, because God made Himself obvious. God made Himself manifest. Pero pinilit po nilang i-shut down, pinilit nilang burahin yung liwanag na yan. Pinipili ng flicker of light eh. Although a good source of light ay ang salita ng Panginoon. Pero out of looking at creation, merong flicker of light ang makikita. Di ba sabi ng Panginoon, that which may be known of Him is clearly seen. Clearly seen. Being understood by the things that He has made, even His eternal power and godness. What did men do? Yung ginawa ng tao. Ano nila yan? Sinuppress. They suppress that light. Yung maliit na ilaw na meron sila. Kumbaga sa apoy, nagsisimula ng mag-apoy, binuhusan pa nila ng tubig. Because of their love for darkness. Because of love of sin. Yan ang nangyari ng tao. Dito po sa Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Isaiah chapter 5 and verse 20. Pareho ito, both intellectual and moral darkness. Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good, and good evil, that put darkness for light, and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes, and prudent in their own sight. Ito yung mga tao na dinidescribe sa Bible, na dinidistort nila yung liwanag. O kung di man dinidistort yung kaunting katotohanan na nasa kanila, mas pinopromote nila ang kamalian for advantage, for gain. Meron pang isang passage sa Isaiah, sa Old Testament, I'm not sure if it's Isaiah, na do not prophesy unto us good things, or do not prophesy unto us. Tumigil ka na ng prophesy. Tama na yan. Jeremiah yata yun, ha? Jeremiah. Kasi lahat ng kanyang pinoprophesy, puro doom, destruction, negative. Puro negative. Ang gusto lang nila yung magandang pakinggan. Kaso nga sa truth, mga kapatid, sa ating may dalawang side yan. Bago maging good news ang gospel, kailangan willing ka muna marinig ang bad news. Right? Before the gospel can be a good news to us, you must first accept the fact that you are in a terrible condition. Na mayroong bad news sa'yo that you are going to hell. Bago maging good news sa'yo ang gospel. Pero mayroong mga tao na ayaw tanggapin. Katotohanan na yan. They would lie and they would believe a lie. Kaya sinasabi ni Paul sa Ephesians 5, do not be deceived. Nilabagin yan. Ephesians chapter 5. Let no man deceive you with vain words. Vain philosophy. Mga maling bagay. Mga kasinungalingan. Isang matinding deception ni Satan is yung freedom. Kung talagang malaya ang tao, it means there is no God. Kasi kung merong Diyos, walang freedom ang tao. Yun, pinanimili lang ang tao sa dalawang choice. Either na malaya ang tao o walang Diyos. Kung malaya ang tao, ibig sabihin yan walang Diyos. Dahil kung merong Diyos, hindi tunay na magiging malaya ang tao. Kung naniniwala tayo sa freedom of choice, naniniwala ang tao sa free will, kailangan walang Diyos kasi yung konsepto ng Diyos, sinasaklaw ka niyan, pasuto niyan. Kaya gustong ibenta ni Satanas na ideas tao na kung merong Diyos, God will subdue you into a forced obedience. Unwilling obedience ang gagawin ng Diyos sa atin. Hindi naman ganun eh. Diba? Pag tayo ba, pag pinapasunod ng Diyos against our will? Pag kayo ba naglilingkod sa Diyos at sumusunod sa Panginoon, are you obeying against your will or not? Kunyari, nagsisimba kayo ngayon, is it against your will to come here? Di ba, sabi na Philippians 2:13 or 4:13? It is God who worketh in you both to what? Will. As the song goes, He does not compel us to do. He does not compel us to do. God does not compel us to go against our will, but what? He does makes us willing. He does not compel us to go. What He does is, He makes us willing to go. Because God can secure our voluntary obedience. Kaya gawin ng Panginoon. Narinig ko ba yung sinasabi ko? Kahit sabihin natin na parang tinatamad ka, pero pag kumilos ang Panginoon, He will secure your obedience. To the point na maglilingkod ka o magsisimba ka na hindi against sa kalooban mo, but you come most willingly because God can secure our voluntary obedience. It is He who works both to will and to do of His good pleasure. Pero ano yung pinapakita ng mga atheists, pinapakita ng mga false teachers? ng mga wise ng mundo ito. Kung merong Diyos, hindi ka malaya. There is no absolute freedom if there is God. Ang kanilang teorya o philosophy. Ang gusto ng tao by nature, we want to be what? We want to be autonomous or independent of God. Ano ba yung autonomy? Auto means what? Self. And nomi from Greek word yata dito means from Greek word nomos, which is law. So when we say autonomous or auto self, nomos, yourself becomes the law. Ikaw na ang batas, wala kang ibang kinikilalang batas o sinusunod kundi yung sarili mo. You want to become independent. Di ba yan ang idea ni Satan? You will become like God. You will become like God, knowing or determining, self-determination. Hindi na makikailang, no? Gusto ng mga secessionists, sa car. Was it car? Car o car? No. This is norte. Cordillera. Cordillera Autonomous Region. Yung car. Agrarian yan. Agrarian program. Iba pala yun. Car lang. Cordillera, hindi autonomous region yan, administrative region. Sabi nila, the law of the lowlands cannot be applied to the law of the mountains. Kasi ang mountains, tribal, ibang batas yan magkakagulo Magkakagulo. So, iba yung way of, di ba sabi niya si Putin yata nagsabi dito pinipilit ng West ang kanilang idea of democracy. Na-formulate niya, itong Middle East, nagtatribe sila, hindi sa ganyang sistema, hindi tribal. So, focus mo yan sa Syria ngayon, di ba? Concentration naman. Tapos sa Afghanistan, tapos sa Libya, tapos sa Saudi, sa Iraq, di ba? Syria naman yan, ang pinakikailaman ng US. Sabi ni Putin, kaya namin tinutulungan yung Putin yung gobyerno yata tinutulungan, yung gobyerno ng Syria. Ang tinutulungan naman ng Israel at ng US ay yung ISIS. Rebels. So sabi ni Putin, kailangan tulong kasi kapag nawala yung sistema ganyan sa Syria, parang domino effect na yan. At hindi naman talaga maglalas. Kasi ang nasanayan na ng mga tao sa Middle East, Middle East, ay yung kinagisnan nila. Na they are being led by chieftains, by chiefs, mga tribal leaders. Bigla mo, di ba, ang Iraq, yung pinagalingan ng US, ano nangyari ngayon? Nagkaroon ng vacuum of leadership. Magulo. Ang gulo ngayon. Take advantage siya ng ISIS. Take advantage siya po ng grupo. Hindi umubra Kaya ano lang natin di ba? Yung sana. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng mga false teachers, mga kapatid na kung talaga may freedom ang tao, dapat walang interference. Walang interference ng Diyos. So, the fact ng tao, if may free choice, it means there is no God. When yung free choice natin mga actually derived yan utang lang yan Ba't ba tayo nagkaroon ng ability to make choices or to act with intentionality? Di ba God-given yan? We are simply created from God's image. We were given the faculty called will. God has that faculty, will, and man, created in God's image, was also endowed with the faculty called will. But what we have is human will, while God has the what? Supreme will of a supreme being. So So parehong may freedom of choice, pero sa atin hindi absolute freedom. Our freedom is simply to make choices, but it is not freedom from God Himself. Kaya yan ang matinding deception na pinopromote. Lalo ngayon ang bilis ng information, di ba? Facebook, Twitter, Internet, ang bilis niyan. Ang access ng mga bata, ng mga tao, talagang napakabilis ng access. May cellphone ka lang. Pag-load ka lang ng 10 pesos, makaka-FB ka na, 12 pesos, makaka-surf ka na. Kung saan-saan nanggagaling yung ganyan mga philosophies. Ang mga anak natin, maganda na tinuturuan natin against principalities and even philosophies that exalts itself above God. Dili mo mga konsepto na nagmamalaki lang sa Diyos. Nagmamalaki. Diba sabi ng Bible, we should put down ating apakan natin yan, gibain natin yan, titibagin natin yan, yung mga philosophies na nagmamalaki pa sa Diyos. Gustong magmataas pa kaysa sa Diyos. To the casting down of imaginations. Diba? At anong gagamitin natin for the casting down of these lofty imaginations of man? Bible. Ang mga anak natin, tuturuan natin ng sovereignty of God. That we, people, are just human beings. And we are subject to God who is the supreme being. Yan ang malaking pagkakaiba. Pareho tayong being. Pero ang Diyos, siya ang supreme being. Ang tao ay human being. And human beings are responsible to God. Tayo meron accountability and responsibility sa atin. Okay? So, ang sinasabi naman po ng Romans 13:12. Romans chapter 13, verse 12. This is moral darkness. 13:12. And the night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness. Let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting. Ano itong rioting na ito? Ito yung, yung gangwa, riot, hindi yan. Old English kasi ito eh. Ano itong rioting dito? Debauchery. Lalim din. Lalim din. Debauchery. Rioting. This is actually, this is orgy. Associated. Alam niyo po yung worship nila sa idol? Pag nag-worship sila sa idol, hindi mo walang klaseng yun yan. Walang patumanggang inuman hanggang kamatayan yan. At involved dyan yung swapping of wives, swapping of women. Yan, orgies. And they actually dedicated that. That is not the name of religion. Kay Bacchus. I'm just not sure kung ito yung Roman name, Bacchus.
Yeah.
And the Greek counterpart, yung pangalan niya sa Greek is Dionysius. Siya yung anak ni Zeus sa isang mortal, hindi ako nagkakamali sa mythology na balak puksain ng ibang mga gods. And ni-rescue niya. And in honor of Bacchus or Dionysius, walang patumanggang asingan niyan, walang patumanggang inuman niyan, walang kamatayan niyan. And involved dyan yung sexual activities. Kaya rioting. Ulit-ulit yan, revelings. Hindi mawawala din yung excessive na iba pa yung drunkenness. Itong rioting, talaga yan. Sobra-sobra yan. Bumibilang ng linggo yan, bumibilang ng araw yan. Hanggang kamatayan. Diba si Alexander the Great? Ang bata-bata naman tayo. Mahilig siya sumali sa inuman. drinking bouts. Ilan taon siya namatay? 32 or 33. Opo, lagi tama kasi siya, kung isang araw. Hindi ganun katindi kasi he survived for 2 more years in Persia. Nakauwi pa siya ng Persia. Hindi siya namatay. Pero kinamatay niya yung, di ba lungkot niya namatay? Sabi niya, no more worlds to come. Pag nilinig niyo ako, yung kamay ko nakalitaw. Litaw niyo yung kamay ko. And written in this epitaph as well, no more worlds to conquer. Hindi niya na-conquer yung kanyang passion, yung kanyang passion. Hindi nagkaroon ng kasagutan. Sa dami niya na-conquer yung longing sa kanyang buhay, hindi nagkaroon ng kasagutan. Inom lang siya ng inom, inom lang ng inom. Inuman niya hanggang kamatayan. Wala tayong hard drinks ng araw, no? Ng araw, pag sinabing strong drink, undiluted. Pag mild na drink ng araw, yung syrup na fruit of the vine, dilute nila yan sometimes half, strong drink yan of half. Pero yung ordinary is 1:20 part. 1:20. Eh di lalo na ngayon. Ang lambano, ilang percent na yan? Nung araw, strong drink nila, bago lang, huwag ka naman 13%, 14%. Yan na yung kategory niya. Pero ngayon, ilang percent ang lambano? Hindi nga lang. Hindi mo alam. Yung gin, ilang percent na yan? Ilang percent na yung gin? I-google nyo nga. Ha? 90%? Eh, liliyab ka na yan. Liliyab ka na yan. Ako kayo didikit sa mga makingin na. Gin pa ka, magliyab dito. Pero mga tao na yung amoy pa ng katawan, pag nagpawis, amoy alcohol. Dito na stainless. Clear na clear eh. Nabala, clear na clear eh. Yung abuso na ginagawa ng tao, no? What else? Let us walk honestly as in the day, not in rioting and drunkenness, not in chambering. Chamber means room, di ba? Chamber means room. Chambering. Ano ito? Sexual promiscuity. And wantonness. Ano po itong wantonness? Malalim kasi naman English to eh. Ha? Oh, sensuality. Wantonness means sensuality.
Hindi sa mami.
Hindi masukat ng mami. Ang babae ito, yung babae mahilig sa lalaki. Kani-kaninang kumapartner. Ano? That's wantonness. Wanton, ano? Nanyakis. And then strife and jealousy. So yan po yung moral darkness na pinanggalingan natin when we were darkness. Not only we're in darkness, but when we were darkness. We were sometimes darkness. Ngayong naligtas tayo sa Bible, we now have the new walk, and that walk is walk in the light. 1 John 1:5 and 7. And because we are now in the light, kaya ngayon tayo nagkaroon ng fellowship sa Panginoon. Because God cannot fellowship with us if we are still in sin. Pero ngayon kung tayo naging ganap na, we were made holy, naging banal na tayo, we were made partakers of the divine nature, God can now fellowship with us. 1 John 5 and 7, this then is the message which we have heard of him and declare unto you that God is light, and in him is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and do not the truth. But if we walk in the light as he is in the light, we have fellowship one with another, and the blood of Jesus Christ, his Son, cleanseth us from all sin. So we have now fellowship. Verse 3, that which we have seen and heard declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us. And as believers, truly our fellowship is with the Father and with the Son, Jesus Christ. Nagkaroon na po tayo ng naging possible na ang fellowship with God. And fellowship with fellow Christians, hindi lang with fellow Christians, but fellowship with God and with His Son, Jesus Christ, because we are now in Christ. Ngayon, in order to faithfully walk in the light or live in the light, we need to recognize 5 features of living or walking in the light. So, para maging faithful tayo sa paglakad niyan, we need to recognize these 5 features of living in the light. Number 1 is found in Ephesians 5 verse 8. So, you can see there the contrast in 5:8. The contrast. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord. The second feature is the characteristics found in verses 9 and 10. For the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth, proving what is acceptable in the Lord. And the next feature is the command. Ang command then is found in verse 11, have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. The fourth feature here is the commission. This is not the Great Commission, but the commission. Instead of fellowshipping with the unfruitful works of darkness, we should rather what? Reprove them. Yan ang commission sa atin ng Panginoon. Reprove them. For it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret, but all things that are approved are made manifest by the light. For whatsoever that made manifest is the light. And then the fifth feature of living in the light is the call in verse 14. The call for us, the Apostle Paul is what? Awake. Verse 14. Therefore he saith, awake, thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and Christ shall give thee life. So, itong contrast na ito, sa verse 8, sabi niya, we were sometimes darkness. Again, the word used is where. So, it is an experience in the past. A condition that no longer exists. Kaya nga, past tense. We were, verse 8, for we were formerly or sometimes darkness. Hindi nga sinabing in darkness Hindi lagyan ng modifier na in or of darkness. Mas matindi pa yung ginamit dito. You were or we were darkness. We were sometimes darkness. Ano po in-emphasize dyan ni Apostle Paul, mga kapatid, is the fact that hindi lamang tayo biktima rito, kundi willing tayo na contributor, partaker ng kasamaan. Hindi tayo na biktima lamang, kundi tayo mismo ang gumagawa ng kasalanan sa ating sarili. Nagko-contribute tayo dyan. Willing participant tayo. Kung victim man tayo, we are willing victim, parang kidnap me. Diba sabi ni Paul, we are being led captive at His will. But at the same time, we are also willing. Kaya lang pag-aakala natin, pag nasa Diyos na tayo, hindi na natin magagawa yung gusto natin gawin. Mas gusto natin na wala tayo sa Diyos. Pagkaman ayaw natin aminin na naglilingkod ka tayo kay Satanas, but we come very close to the desire of Satan. Tama? Kung ayaw natin magpasabog sa Diyos, at ang gusto mo sundin ang sarili mo, dahil pag sumunod ka sa Diyos, hindi mo na magagawa yung gusto mong gawin, hindi mo inaamin na, ibig sabihin niya, kay Satanas ka kumakampi. Pero yan ang sumatotal. Dahil yung ganyang attitude mo, yan yung talagang very close sa talagang magustuhan sa Satanas na you go against God. Na mapalayo ka sa Diyos, na huwag kang sumunod sa Diyos. Yan ang ibig sabihin niya. Okay. Ephesians 5:6. We were darkness. Let no man deceive you with words, for because of these things cometh the wrath of God upon the children of disobedience. We were darkness means what? We were sometimes children of disobedience because it is our nature to disobey. And in Ephesians chapter 5, anong verse yan? We were children of wrath even as others. Chapter 2 yan tayo, no? Natin. Ephesians 2. Ephesians 2. Verse 2, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air, and the spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. So, children of disobedience. Not only children of disobedience, in verse 3, we were also called by nature the children of wrath. Nung hindi pa tayo mananampalataya, we were sometimes darkness. We are identified as what? Children of disobedience. Because it is our nature to disobey God. We want to become like God, knowing or determining for ourselves what is good and bad for us. Ayaw natin pakinggan yung sinasabi ng Diyos. Gusto natin tayo yung Diyos, tayo yung boss. Kaya children of disobedience, and because of that, we are children of wrath. We are target of God's wrath. We are the object of God's wrath. Romans 1:18, for the wrath of God is revealed against all what? Unrighteousness and ungodliness of men. Kaya tayo yung mga children, yung mga anak na katampasan. So we are contributors. We are not merely in sin, but our very nature is characterized by sin. So ano bang ibig sabihin ng we were darkness? And there are 4 basic characteristics of darkness or spiritual darkness. So this is not literal darkness or the absence of literal light. Ito pong spiritual darkness, if you don't have the light of the gospel, you don't have Christ, you are in spiritual darkness. And there are 4 characteristics of spiritual darkness. First, is the work of Satan. Diba? According to the prince of the power of the air. So it is the work of Satan. Not only that it is the work of Satan, it is the domain of Satan that works or that controls. Diyan siya gumagalaw. Yan ang kanyang dominion, darkness. Imagine, sabi ng Panginoon sa atin sa John 8:44, we are children of Satan. We are of your father, the devil. Although sometimes it is very hard to imagine, na ang isang well-dressed, isang philanthropist, isang sophisticated, mild-mannered, refined na tao, kapareho lang din na isang tao naglilingkod kay Satanas na isang mangkukulam. Pareho lang ang kanilang, they share the same parenthood. Ang kanilang magulang isa lang sa Satanas. And they will share the same destiny. Yung hell na pupuntahan ng isang witch doctor na talagang nagwo-worship kay Satanas who summons demons. Di ba mga makukulang, they summon demons? Nananawagan ng mga niyan, mga evil spirit. Talagang binebenta nila ang kanilang kaluluwan. Isip kayo ng mga naging popular, bumenta ng mga album. Bumenta ng mga kanta. Hotel California. Stairway to Heaven. Alam niyo ba na dinadasalan niya? Nire-ritualan niya. Bago ang release niya, nire-ritualan niya. Tumatawag ng masamang spirito. Hindi na masyadong uso kayo naman yung tape, yung mga 4-track cassette tapes, hindi na yun. Anong araw, bina-backward yan. Pag tawag doon, backward masking. Pag nire-reverse mo ikot niya, di ba mensahe? Satan is good. Satan is God. Satan is God. Marijuana is good. Marijuana is good. Satan is God. Satan is God. Kapag tama yung direksyon ng play mo sa atin, normal. Pero balik ka rin mo yung tape, balik ka rin mo, i-play mo. Ibang mensahe. Satan is God. Satan is God. Ano yan mga kapatid? Pinipid yan. Subliminal message yan. Yan ang pwede natin sabihin ng mind control. Ano? Kasi halos hindi mo mapapansin eh. Halos hindi mo mapapansin.